Hello guys, so when you see this video, I assume that you already finished downloading R and RStudio. Here, I want to show you that how to open an R file into RStudio. So here is our R file, okay? Make sure the type is R file, and then you right click, you choose Open with RStudio. Okay, so here we are. Here is the first lab. It's about introduction to R and RStudio. Let me talk about the difference between R and RStudio. R is the real programming, okay? Actually, we can also run the code in R. And RStudio is like the makeup version of R. So let me show you how R looks like. So here is the R, right? Let me open it. You see, this is the R, and we can also run the code here, but it's quite messy. Suppose I want to calculate 2 plus 5, okay? So we get 7 here. So normally we don't use R because it's quite messy. Instead, we use RStudio, like the makeup version. So let's get back to RStudio. So the goal of this lab, I want you guys to get comfortable with basic R syntax and learn how to import or download data into RStudio. Take the first look at the real economic dataset that we learned from our slides. Here is the guidance about how to use this script. So you need to click on a line or highlight several lines, then press. You choose Control plus Enter if you use Windows or Command plus Enter if you use Mac to run that line. And then you read the comment above each line before running it. If the lines starting with the symbol here, they are comments, okay? R ignores them. They are not for running. They are notes for you, like the notes and easy to read. So you can see that those are all notes. And part 0, check that R is working. Please use this one to check your R is working. And this is the simplest possible R command. It's like the basic arithmetic. So we can see that R can be used as a calculator. Let's see, we want to calculate 2 plus 1, and then you can select it, or you put your mouse here, and then you run it. Here, you see, you get the result, which is 4. So we can also try multiplication, division, or exponents. In R, this power symbol means to the power of what? Okay, let's see, 5 times 3, you get 15. Next one, 10 over 4, which is 2.5, and then 2 power 3, which is 8, okay? So R can be used as a calculator. And next one, part 1, variables. We're gonna store in values with the name, which means in R, we use this symbol, an arrow, to assign a value to a name. Think of it as put the value 5 into the box and we call it X. So let's see this command. You run it and you see the global environment here shows you X is 5. In order to see what is inside X, just type its name and run it, because we already assigned 5 to X. So now let's run this line. So you got 5 here, right? Easy? Next one, we can also do math with variables just like with numbers. So now I'm gonna assign 10 to y. You see the global environment here. And next one, x plus y, that's gonna be 15. Let's continue. R is case sensitive, okay? The capital Y and small letter, they are not the same. Let's try this one, okay? We remove the symbol here, delete it, and then we run it. You see? So here gonna be an error. The error shows that object Y not found, okay? So that means you need to be careful about the letter or even the symbol, okay? Let's continue. You can also store text. We call it a string using quotation marks, okay? We need quotation marks like here, econometrics 1 with quotation. We assign it to course name. And then you see here, global environment, we have course name, which is econometrics 1. And then we run it again. It will show us course name means econometrics 1. Part 2, vectors, a list of values in one object. So a vector is created using C, which stands for combine. This is one of the most important functions in R, so we can combine the variables. But now let's just combine the numbers. So we're gonna combine those numbers and then assign it to test score. And then let's run those code. We have, let's see, okay, we have the vector here. You can do math on an entire vector at once. No loop needed. This is add 5 points to every score because it's a vector, right? It's like bonus points for everyone. So I'm gonna use test score plus 5. Let's run it. So you will see that the vector becomes this one. Next one, useful built-in functions, okay? Built-in means it's already existed in R. So those are functions for vectors. Mean means average, okay? We have sum means total. Length just means how many numbers are in the vector. We have max, which means maximum, the highest score, and the minimum, the lowest score. Also SD, you learned from statistics, which is standard deviation, how spread out the data is. Okay, let's try one by one. First one, we have the mean, the sum, length, maximum value, minimum value, and SD. You got the point. Next part, we're gonna installing and loading package, okay? Because we need package in order to run some functions or some models. So R's base functions are powerful, but most real research use extra tools called packages. Think of a package as an app you install once, then open every time you need it. This is the command for install package, okay, which means download the package. Do this just once. And then this is the library, like we call the package, okay, we load the package. Do this every new R sessions, okay, every new R versions, we need to call it, okay, we need to use library to call it. This one. This is uncomment, okay, and run it once. This is the package that we need, okay, those three. Woodridge is the textbook that we use, okay. It's also have a package here, and it's also a package which full of textbook datasets. Next one, we need this package, readxl, for reading Excel files. So now let's try load the package we just installed. Run this every time you start R. Okay, so before we use library, we need to install them. So delete the symbol here. And run it. Choose it and run. Let's see here. You will see a red button. That means it's working now. Okay, it's running now. Let's just wait for seconds. Still running. Okay, now it finished. Let's try call it. Use library. Well done. There should be no error. Okay, there's a warning message. But don't worry, warning message is not an error, so we still can run the code. Next one, next part, getting data into R. Okay, so there are 3 common ways. The first one, we load a built-in dataset from a package. That means that package already has some built-in dataset. Remember, the Woodridge package includes datasets from our textbook. Let's see here, which one is a classical dataset on wage and education. I hope you still remember the example that I showed you before. So let's call it data. That means we need the dataset, and the name is wage 1. And then you can see here, we have wage here. You click it. So it has 526 observations of 24 variables. And if you click it, you will see the data set here. Okay. Let's just close it and continue our running. And then head means we look at the first 6 rows of the data set. Here it is. The first 6 rows, okay, with each data names. Next one, we see the structure, variable names and types, okay, use str. So here we have what? We have time, we have numbers, okay. Next one, we see the dimensions, rows equal observations and columns equal variables. Dimension, you use dim. Okay, the same here, 526 observations with 24 variables. Or the next method, we can download a CSV file from the internet directly into R. CSV means comma separated values, okay? In abbreviation is CSV, the most common data file format. And read CSV can, which is here, can read the file from a URL, from a link. No manual download needed, okay? So here, let me show you. Here is a link. So if I press Control, I can open the dataset. And then it's here. Okay? Let me zoom in it. Okay, so here is our dataset. And then let's go back. So here's the data. Error. Okay, I need to run this one. Okay, so now we have the data here. Cars data, which is 32 observations of 12 variables. Take a look. Let's take a look. Use head. Okay, use head function. Those are data sets. And next method is we load a CSV file you saved on your computer. So the first step, we need to use seed-weed to tell R which folders to look in. It means replace the path below with your actual folder path. Step 2, we're going to use read CSV with just the file name. Okay, so here is the Windows example. You seed-weed. Here is for Mac example, you seed-weed as well. And you can name this dataset to be my data, okay? Here's a tip. In RStudio, you can also click File panel, navigate to your file and click Import Dataset. Okay, here, let me show you. Here, File, Import Dataset, okay? And then you can choose the format of your dataset. Is it text from Excel or SPSS or Stata? This avoids typing the file path by hand, okay? Next part, a first look at real data. So we'll explore the wage one dataset, wages and education for 526 people. So let's see what variables does this dataset have. We need the names and we run it. So we have wage, education, experience, tenure, non-white, etc. And then we click summary statistics for every variable at once. We use summary. Okay, we have here. Take a look. For each variable, we have the minimum, the first quantile, median, mean, third quantile, and max. Okay, so you can take a look by yourself later. Look at just the wage and education. Check here, wage and education, those two columns. The $sign means give me this specific column from this dataset, okay? The $sign, which is here. So in this dataset, I want wage and education, so I call it, okay? I ask R to do this for me. Okay, this is wage data. This is education. And let's see the average wage and average years of education in the sample. Okay, so we need the mean function. We run it, you get the mean of wage and also the mean of the education. Next part, this is the first plot. So we're gonna plot a scatter plot. Let's see the relationship between those two variables, okay? Before we run any formal regression, always look at your data first. Okay, so here is the function. We run it. Okay, so the scatter plot gonna appear here and we can zoom it, click zoom, so you will see that, okay? The y-axis is the hourly wage, the x-axis is the years of education, and here is the scatter plot. What do you think about this graph? Think it. Okay, that's the end of this lab. I hope you will be familiar with it. So before next class, make sure you can run a line of code in RStudio, create a variable using the arrow, create a vector using C, and also load a package using library, load a dataset using data function or read CSV function. And also please make a simple scatter plot using plot function. That's all for this lab. I hope you enjoy and hope it will be helpful. If you have any question, please text me. Okay, so see you. Bye bye.